Hi Spain fans, hola chicos, it's Richard. Just wanted to give a quick introduction to this next film, a second walkabout of the town of Albox in Almeria. Check out the fierce hailstorm, my gosh it was savage. But wanted to say that since this was filmed, which was very recently, as of yesterday the 19th of March, the curfew rules have changed and the bars are now open or allowed to open in the evening now till 10:30. A step in the right direction. Hope you enjoy this next film, and if you do, please subscribe. See you soon. Hasta pronto. Hi Spain fans, hola chicos, it's Richard. Welcome back in Albox again today, following on from the previous articles. As I say, we're having a look at the effects of the pandemic and Brexit on day-to-day living here in some of the local towns. We've come back to Albox for a second visit because it's a fairly important town, a mid-sized town. Covers a very big area and there's a lot going on and a lot we'd like you to have a look at. Today we're going to cover a few more streets, and we're going to start off in a little street which is predominantly made up of shops and services owned by expats, providing services to the large expat community that have chosen Albox or Arbelayers as their home. So you can see it's not staged. Based on the wonderful weather that we had on the last film, I've come out today in shirt sleeves, come out in glorious sunshine, and 10 minutes later, here we are, it's hissing down with rain. And in fact, it's actually, I don't know if you can see, it's actually hailstones. As I said, we're filming a street initially that's made up of a number of very nice businesses that are predominantly expat owned. So you can see a wonderful cafe there, Scrumptious. Their food is absolutely delicious. They do a great range of home-baked cakes and stuff. Then we've got an English-owned health food shop. If you go to the supermarkets here, there isn't a great deal of stuff available in terms of, you know, what you would say, like a Holland and Barrett, I suppose, in the UK. So if you want powdered almonds, if you want turmeric and all this stuff, Duracell over there does a fantastic job at supplying all of this stuff for us, vitamin supplements, etc. Right next door to them, you've got a fantastic ceramic studio, I suppose, where you can go and make your own tiles to decorate your villa. You can make teapots, cups, personalised mugs. Very, very popular, and you paint these yourself. But at the moment, obviously they don't count as an essential business. Hey, check it out. This is hail, this isn't rain, and it's come from nowhere. It was bright sunshine this morning. So carrying on along the road there, you'll see Glad Rags, which we filmed at the other day, did a little interview, and right next door to them. And it's why I've come back to this street. You know, the whole street is literally a number of very valuable services, all of whom have had to operate within the restrictions of the pandemic. Shut one minute, open the next, shut again for long periods of time. But thankfully, most of them still have remained open and are doing well. The only one that seems to have suffered on this street, I don't know if you can see it there, is a yoga centre. It was only set up recently, sadly, and obviously that's not made it through. At the end of this, well, you've got Liberty Seguros there, a big insurance company, and a very important shop in Albox, the Sleep Centre. Why important? Because it sells English bedding. The Spanish bedding is totally different. They have one pillowcase, one long pillowcase. We use two normally. So they provide a whole range of beds, English bedding, fantastic shop. And at the end of the street, you've got a fantastic fruit and vegetable and a butcher's shop, fresh produce. The meat in there's super. So a very nice street to get to know, a one-way street as you can see, and I would have far rather had a little wander along, but it's certainly not a day for hanging out the washing. I can't tell when it's like this whether the street's quiet because of people not coming out during COVID and the pandemic, or whether it's quiet because it's hardly a day for walking down the street. So the second visit to Albox to film the effects of the pandemic's having on daily living is going really well. You saw in the last thing there, we've had a out of the blue thunder rainstorm, which is actually how we've had to retreat to the car. Not the best day for filming, but we're still going to persevere, hang about and try and get some decent footage for you guys to tune into. The rain seems to have subsided a bit and the hail stopped. There's water still running down the street, so we're continuing on down from the street we've just left. We're going past a lovely perfume store. It is open, but there's nobody in there at the moment. And we're now going to venture down past a very popular cafe. say appreciate it's difficult today because I don't know if it's not busy because it's been pouring down with rain and people have suddenly fled off the streets, but I'm looking on the inside and there's only one fella sitting in there. We're heading down again towards Mercadona, so we'll pick up the filming from there. We're now wandering on the backside, if you like, or the back entrance, backside sounding rude, of Mercadona. It's a very popular street. You can see lots of cars parked. Mercadona being a supermarket counts as essential, so it's managed to stay open during each of the lockdowns and, you know, kept us well fed and stocked. But as I said earlier, there's lots of controversy as to whether the prices have all rocketed during the pandemic. But we'll cover that in a future article. Carrying on past Mercadona, we're coming down a fantastic gift shop, craft shop, Michelle's Craft Creations. We're going to go in and have a chat with the owner, Michelle, in a minute. And behind there is Physio Mar, absolutely superb physiotherapist. You've got medical problems, bad back, bad neck, she's the lady to sort it out, absolutely superb. So as promised, out on our walk today, we're going to stop off and call into various different businesses based in Albox to have a chat with how they've been coping during the pandemic. Our first port of call is the wonderful Michelle's Craft Creations down here in Albox, immediately opposite Mercadona. Fabulous gift shop, homewares and garden accessories, owned by Richard and Michelle. They opened 6 months ago, so slam bang right in the middle of the pandemic. Let's go and have a chat and see how they've been getting on.
Sadly not. We had the municipal lockdown, which stopped a lot of the customers coming from other areas. It has proved difficult. We don't have any help from the government because we've not been open long enough to benefit from that situation. Yes, we have. We've had to offer delivery services, people can order online, just so that we can continue as a business. To be honest, the problematic bit is people coming to visit the shop because people like to see the goods rather than see online. It's a difficult one, to be honest. It hasn't been easy, but we just struggled through. We have ordered quite a few items before Brexit, so we're okay at the moment. We haven't ordered anything since from the UK, but we have now found some EU suppliers, which is proving a good service and good products. Sadly, because we haven't been open long enough, we're not entitled to any government help at all. So sadly, we've had to pay the rent out of our own pockets whilst we've had to close. Well, at the moment, we're promoting all of these garden accessories, and all of my handmade candles are proving very popular, and wax melts. A lot of my local crafters that I promote, that's been going really well as well. So at the moment, that seems to be the positive lines.
Okay, so we've come a little bit outside of the main town of Albox now. Thankfully the weather's improved. There's still lots of puddles that we're having to negotiate, but can you want it? Hailstorm 1 minute and beautiful sunshine the next minute. I've just passed there. I've just left the forecourt of a new place that opened just before the latest lockdown, called Sano. It's a sports training centre, and usually there's people doing workouts on the artificial grass, which is why I came in to see what's going on today. But they are able to open now, and people are coming down and doing workouts and fitness training sessions. We're just coming up to a little bar called Heaven. To be honest now, we've reached the time of day when it's closed, so there's not a lot of people sitting out on the terrace, but this is usually a very popular bar. So carrying along this same bit of road is essentially, we're out now on the A334, which is the main road that connects Albox to the coast motorway, U15. I've specifically chosen this area because as you're driving into the big towns, this is where you find all the kind of larger retail outlets, wholesalers, furniture shops, some industrial units. They're too big to actually be in the town centre. So this is one of our Chinese bazaars. There must be around 5 in Albox in total. Excellent places, you know, if you need crockery, if you need carpets, rugs, plasticware, very, very cheap prices, tools, the full Monty, as I say, there's around 7 in Albox. And we're also going down now to a fantastic electrical wholesaler, Electrico Ahora. They specialise in kind of nearly new, slightly damaged, or end-of-line product, but some fantastic electrical appliances. And you know, this is the kind of business you get along this main road coming into Albox. And we're going to talk to some of the owners, you know, maybe not today, but to see how they've been affected again during the pandemic. So I've popped inside Electrico Ahora. Funny enough, I actually do need a fridge, but it's exceptionally busy, so the owner can't do an interview today, but we're going to come back on another day and do an interview. But I thought it might be interesting to see, you know, the kind of product these places stock. You've got TVs, you've got hoovers, you've got fridge freezers, you've got everything here, and all very, very reasonably priced. And I've used this shop on many occasions, and their delivery and customer service is absolutely superb. So to finish up on the walk around today, I've come up to what's affectionately known as the BP roundabout. This was the only major roundabout in Albox at one time. Now, of course, it seems to be about 50 between here and the coast motorway. I'll finish up here today, and thankfully, as you saw, the sun's now back out with us. I'm just passing what was a really popular restaurant, that's Almeria, Spanish owned. You know, there's a couple of people out on the terrace, but nowhere near the amount I think there probably should be at this time of day. And it's kind of been quite reflective as we've been walking around, and hope you enjoy these walkabouts, and we'll see you again at the next one.